started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Rams offense going to get the chance to start this game off. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Cincinnati's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
There he goes. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for a crease, it's Love. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. To the air, it's Bailey. He just missed the target on that one, gotta put it on his body.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rams will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Snags it inside the 20. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown Bearcats.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To the air, it's Bailey. Bringing the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Rams will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Hauls it in at the 40. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Newberry. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. He breaks a tackle, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's the heat.
Oh, that might be a little too close for comfort for me. If I'm a play caller, I want to create some space. I want to take a shot, maybe throw the football down the field. But woof, I want my quarterback to know, like, listen, hey, we're really close. We're a bad spot away from 2 points for the other team.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Takes the handoff. It's Newberry. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Rams will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Gives it on the option. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd downs.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Newberry. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. The Rams will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Right down the middle. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking downfield on 1st down. Slips away. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Rams trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Rams line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. The give on the inside. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Turning it on. Inside the 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
PAT unit on the field. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Coming out with it, it's Newberry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work.
Clear! Clear! Here we go!
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Ready up!
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
691, gas far! In blue!
The give on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And as the holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
He'll bring it out. It's Newberry. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This should be the last play of the quarter. Run it with the fullback. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. Cincinnati is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fareed.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the Rams line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get...
Breaks into the open. The 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Newberry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. To throw, it's Bailey. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snags it over the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Rams will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator.
Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Oh, he's got some space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Newberry. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Give to the fullback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Rams will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and the parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.